Hey everyone. Today, when you want to send an employee to a clinic, you usually authorize those services a couple ways. One, it might be a phone call where you call the clinic and you authorize, say, hey, this is the employee coming in, their date of birth, and what services you need. That's one way. Another way is you'll fill out a paper form, pick what services you need, sign that, give that to an employee that will go to the clinic and make sure they turn that in and don't forget it when they go there. Now with Cowork, you can actually submit a meta authorization digitally. So once you're logged in, I simply go to the authorization menu here and I can see a full history of the authorizations we've done with that clinic. So that's another nice little benefit of doing that digitally. If I want to set a new one, I simply click new authorization in the top right here. You can see that it fills out the clinic that you're working with. The next choice you have is to pick who can see this authorization within your company going forward. By default, it says entire company, but you say, hey, you know what, for this specific one, or maybe it's all of them, only the HR department needs to be able to see these authorizations. And so anybody that's part of the HR department would be able to see this specific auth as I submit it. From there, the date is filled out automatically. I would put in the employee's name. I would put in their date of birth. And then from there, I would simply select what services I need that employee to have once they arrive at the clinic. So if you have an agreement or a contract in place with that clinic, you might have a limited list of services to choose from. If you don't, you would see all services by default, and you would be able to pick from the full list of services available at that clinic. Whether you have an agreement or not, you'll be able to pick and switch in between the different services here and pick which ones you need. The last thing you can add is you can add additional details if there's special instructions or anything else you wanted to add. You can do that here. And you can even attach a file or two if you need to add that to the authorization as well. As soon as I hit send authorization, what that does is it adds it to your list, of course, but then it also will notify the clinic that they have an authorization for Bob Barker with this date of birth that will be coming in at some point to be seen for, if I go in here, the services that you selected. And so instead of having to make that phone call or fill out that paper form, you can do that all digitally and you got that secure authorization sent over to the clinic. Hopefully that helps. Thanks.